of the conference. I believe I have, there it goes, it's on now. Yes, I run a company called Market My Industry. We started in Connecticut, in Waterbury, Connecticut. And before I went ahead and started that company, I was a financial guy. You know, I had my Series 7, I was selling stocks and bonds, I worked on Wall Street, I sold merchant cash advances to business owners, and I saw the fact that if someone needs money, you know, they're gonna take it, but they're more desperate, and I'm not really helping these customers. So later on my journey, I ended up working for, we all know Harley Davidson, and they're working down there in Palm Bay, Florida. And I was able to go ahead, I never had any marketing experience, and they asked me one question. They were like, if we give you the job, how will you make us better? I sat down, I wrote it on a piece of paper, and I presented it to the guy. 6 months later, we ended up being the #1 Harley Davidson in the entire country. And the way I was able to do that was going ahead and say, I use this magical thing called common sense, and I make good money on it. I use the space in between areas where no other Harley Davidson was out there marketing, and I was able to go ahead and target those areas and make sure that those clients who were reaching out for those particular, you know, those items were able to go ahead and find them, and they did, and we did great. Which led me to go ahead and say, hey, if I could do it for them, I could do it for larger companies. So that's what I ended up doing. I created a company called Market My Industry, and when I sat down in the year 2015, and I was like, hey, I have this name, how am I able to get this name? This industry is way too new. No one knows really what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. We're all figuring it out, because marketing to me equals money. All of our clients are hiring us for one thing, whether it's email marketing, whether it's brochures, whether it's print marketing, no matter what it is, at the end of the day, you real estate agents and every other type of business I deal with, you're looking for an actual return on your investment. So that's what I focus on. I focus on making you money, because if you can't pay me, you don't want me, and I don't want to be around you when you're mad at me. So I'm here talking about the marketing ideas and real estate in the construction industry. And the first thing you want to do is you need a plan. Most people just jump right into marketing, and I'm one of the guys as well that I've done it as well, where you just jump in, you don't have anything stretched, put out, or you have a kind of a makeshift plan put together. No, you really need to know who your client base is. In this type of industry, especially real estate, you need to know who you're targeting, how your demographics are. Are you relating to your demographics when talking to your customers and presenting yourself on YouTube or on social media platforms or even on Google? Are you delivering the right message, and how do we go about making that plan so we can deliver that right message? Lovely, I messed that up. Beautiful. What does a strategic marketing plan require? An accurate understanding of the market. Like I said before, you have to know where you are, what they want. You know, to sit there and say that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and try to find, you know, business owners. I'm trying to go ahead and find homeowners who have an average income of, let's say, you know, $300,000 a year plus, but you're in a place that per capita income is only $28,000. You're completely wrong. You're not even in the right field where you need to be at. You need to make sure that you have a plan that's structured around the realities of where you are. And then secondly, a willingness to shape and bend the industry and its ups and downs, targeting customers right where they are in your area. That's more or less of what I just kind of went over. The plan breaks down kind of like this. The acknowledgement of your clients' needs, wants, and understanding their market. You have to pay attention to what your clients and what the area is saying. I keep on stressing, I can't stress this enough. When you are putting a marketing plan together, you want to make sure that the client that you're looking for is a client that is looking for you as well. This spans onto every single aspect of marketing there is, in every type of industry. We focus on so many different industries where we go from the doctor's office to the lawyer's office to the real estate agents, the whole 9 yards. But the one thing we see that most businesses are not doing, and most businesses should be doing, is finding a way to relate to their customers. And when I was a sales guy, the main thing I would like to do is I would like my customers to realize that I want you to feel like I'm your cousin, your friend, your brother, your sister, you know, that you can trust me. And those need to be displayed in the same advertisements that are being pushed out there to the general public, so they can go ahead and feel more warm and more of a good feeling to go ahead and do business with you. Next, identifying the competitive advantages. What are the best parts of your campaign? What are the best parts of your particular area, and how can you expand on that? Some areas that aren't so stringent and as far as capital gains and giving the best things to their environment, they do have benefits. But once again, it comes down to the actual person you are targeting. If you're targeting the right customer in the right area, they will find the benefits of what you are bringing to the table. And then also retargeting through multiple platforms. This is what we live and breathe and die on. And that's any sales aspect. When I was on the phones, it was the same things. You jump on the phone, you call again, and you call again until they hang up the phone. It's the same aspect in this. What we do at Market My Industry, we strictly focus on geo-targeting to a sense to where we're almost brainwashing our customers. We go ahead and attack on different variables to find out what works the best. So we don't care. We'll hit you on Google. We'll hit you on social media, yes, and we'll go ahead and shoot ads to you on YouTube. But the same aspect, that same group of people that we targeted from the beginning, we're going to go ahead and hit you on billboards, Spotify, Pandora, TV, the direct mailers, because you're going to continuously see us until you want to, God, stop. And we find out that whether or not they go ahead and make a complete decision with you, we find it more times than not that they're going to make a decision with somebody because it's implanted into their brain, and we're finding the right clients. It all comes down to putting the message from the right people and continuously delivering it to them till they make a decision, yes or no. And then collect the data. Because from that data, you'll know which of your variables are working. Is it the billboards? Is it the social media? Is it the YouTube? Is it Google? When you get that data, you'll know where to go ahead and focus your actual capital and go ahead and put more money to that. But don't let those other ones die. Run them for a little while. See, maybe we do better in the winter on billboards because people are just stuck in traffic and we live in Chicago. We do better on TV in South Florida because we're selling. We're reaching out to an older generation who more so watches TV, so I can go ahead and run ads. All depends on what works, and the only way you're going to find that out is by running those tests. Oopsie, that's the wrong one. There we go. Understanding your target audience. Everybody wants to buy a house. We get that. Yes, everybody wants to run a business. Everybody wants to go ahead and do that. We get that part. But when advertising to these certain groups, I promise you the advertisement has to be completely different for each sector of these groups. And the groups even break down even more down to race, age, and the whole 9 yards. Because the advertisement, like I said before, it needs to feel personal. It needs to feel like something that I can relate to, I feel okay with. I want to go with this real estate agent. I want to go with this company because they remind me of my cousin Joe and I trust him. That's more or less the whole 9 yards with that one. So this is part of our plan here at Market My Industry. Like I said, we have this thing and we call it the Escalation plan. Obviously, it differs for different businesses, but breaks down like this. It's the geo-targeting with the geofencing, social media, digital billboards, internet radio, local TV, and direct mailers, all focused in one particular area, going through different phases of the business growth. In that, we focus, like I told you, heavily on geo-targeting and geofencing. For you guys who don't know what geo-targeting and geofencing is, eventually you're going to find out. Because since I've been here for the last 3 days, I put in a geofence in this entire convention. So over the course of the next couple of days, you're going to start seeing my ads on your phones. You're going to start seeing my ads on your TV. You're going to start seeing my ads, and you're going to hear me everywhere. And the reason I do that is so you guys have an idea of how it works. And the way it can correlate to your type of industry is some of you guys have real estate offices, real estate brokerages. And I know since COVID, not so many customers are walking through the door like, hey, let me go ahead and have good communication with my real estate agent, but they still are. And when they do walk in, you can tag them. Because we're not in the business of, I come in and I want to purchase right now. It's over the course of time. They're shopping. They're going to different agents. They're talking this here and there. Why not choose us? So once they walk in, you tag them and you keep on with the brainwashing. And the geofencing helps you do that. We can target areas as well. We can target conventions. We can target, if you're looking for an older crowd and you want them to go ahead and sell their properties, you can go ahead and target, let's say, a Century Village like we have down there with a 55 and plus community, and target ads just for that particular set of group of individuals. And obviously then we have social media. Don't really have to go so much into that. Social media is its own beast in itself. You have to do it. I'm a marketing company, and I hate to do it myself because I do it so much for other people. But in the same aspect, you need to get it done. You need to have posts out there. You need to be consistent. You need to show, once again, that relatability. Oh, that's that. There we go. The next set of thing is the radio marketing. And it's not just your driving your car radio marketing. This is the things that most people are listening to right now, which is the Spotifys, the iHeartRadios, the Pandora, the TuneIns, the Cox Media, and the Intervisions. Things of those like that I have it on my phone. I keep my ear pod in my ear, and half the time I'm listening to it, not paying attention to nobody. But that's what I'm doing. And most people are doing that too, listening to podcasts. Those are another chance for you to go ahead and put your ad in front of your customer and get them to go ahead and say, you know what? Not yet? Okay, I got you. You don't want to pick the button yet? I got you when you walked into my office. I got you when you listened to music. But now, okay, I'm going to go ahead and because you clicked on it for a second, you put your name in there, I'm going to send you emails and I'm going to send you text messages. I'm not going to be annoying, of course. I'm not going to call you send you a message at 12 o'clock at night. But I'm going to send you a strategic timing, strategic headlines, and strategic offers that make you want to get more enticed because you showed me, by the time that I come here, you showed me that you had an interest. You just haven't pulled the trigger yet. My job is to make sure that you pull the trigger. My job is to make sure my clients are happy. So I'm going to try that aspect. And if it's still you haven't made a decision, you're going to be driving in your car and you're going to see us. You're going to see that ad. You're going to go to the mall, you're going to see the ad. You're going to go to your doctor's office. You're going to be sitting at your local bar and you're going to see the ad. Like, why does this keep on coming? Why do I keep on seeing it? And how do I get this information? And then lastly, I do direct mailers. This is for the last people who haven't, they want something in their hand they want to touch. It's not dead. Believe it or not, it's more dead for a generation from like 30 and plus. We don't even take those things, we throw it away. But you wouldn't believe the statistics I found out that a crowd from 18 to 25 actually reads mailers. And they use them. It's crazy. And they work. So once again, it comes down to who are you targeting, what's your age group. I have this thing I call EARS. Execute, adjust, retarget, sales. So from the very beginning, right after you made your plan, you need to go ahead and execute that plan. Once you execute that plan, it needs to be adjusted because we're not perfect. There are mistakes. There's always mistakes. So if you have a marketer who says, yes, I just ran these campaigns for you, they're good, and they haven't called you the next following week, fire them. Because adjustments need to be made. They grab stats. They need to know your stats. That's another thing. When I walk in, when I talk to a customer, the very first thing I want to go ahead and do is, especially if they've been around for a little bit, how have you guys done before? Who are your clients? And what is the whole setup of what they're looking for? And when I get that information, it better suits me to go ahead and make a proper plan. It doesn't work more so for the new agent or the new business, but it does work for the guy who has that data that we can work off of. If they're not asking for that, they need that. Then they compare it with your competitors out there, and they go ahead and make a formulated plan that really needs to go ahead and go out there. Then you want to, once again, is retarget. That's the whole thing about marketing. Marketing is just retargeting. It's the repetitive notation of, hey, I'm in your face, click me. Hey, I'm in your face, click me. And then sales. That's what we're all here for. That's what I'm here for. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm not an angel. I want to make you money, yes, because I want you to keep on paying me. And that's what it breaks down to. And if any marketer doesn't have that in their mind, it doesn't care what variation of marketing they're doing, the end result is to make you guys either gain more properties or get more sales, which eventually leads to getting more capital in your actual business and growing your firm. So, like I said, this is my information right here for Marketing My Industry. I have to be quick because I have to go next door and tell the marketers that they need to do some stuff. But if anybody has any questions, please, feel free. Yes?
So your business applies to your marketing business applies to any kind of business that needs some kind of advertising online?
Yes, but we more so adjust it based on you. And it's not just based on the industry. It's literally based on you. your individual company, because there's no real estate brokerage that is the same. Every single one of them is different. You guys can literally be doing business in the same area, and it's not the same. You know, so. Testing.
I was gonna say, so you also probably hear that sort of thing with growth, brand, dollars, this, scalability or anything like that. You have specific programs that can review to find out what you actually need as a business owner?
No, definitely. But the way we see it, the programs are designed, obviously, I want to make sure that you guys get what you want. If you want growth, if you want brand, the whole 9 yards, I'm a guy that breaks it down to the very bare minimum. When you say brand, I hear money. When you say growth, I hear money. When you say any of these variations, I hear that you are looking to go ahead and grow with capital. Because my job is to make sure that you can keep on running your business and keep on paying me. And that's what it comes down to. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and build your brand based on how you want it to be built. But I'm going to go ahead and give suggestions, because I tell my customers all the time, because business owners some of the business owners have been around for a long time. And they believe they got the whole entire thing under the spiel and the whole rap. Then I tell them, why are you hiring me? If you believe you understand the entire key of marketing, why are you hiring me? The same way, why would you go and yes, you can do your taxes, but why hire an accountant? Let the accountant do his job. And if I'm not doing my job and you're not happy with the results, talk to me and fire me. I don't care. I'm happy with that. Lets me know how can I build. Because in my company, we don't have losses, we just have lessons. We learn from our failures, and we grow from our failures, and we want to do better within our company and for your company. Yes.
Good question for you. What do you do? How do you deal with, in my position, I'm bringing the company in the electronic world, a large real estate company, bought a very boutique company. Everybody in the company is paper and pencil. So how do I merge them together using some of your techniques and a company like yours?
I'm going to actually repeat that one more time because I had a little hard time hearing you.
How would you work with me in the aspect of working with the team that is not digital?
That is not digital.
I'm the digital partner.
Okay.
Bringing them to the new world. And 25 of the workers, paper and pencil.
Well, the best way you do that, that's more of a, you have to deal with the back end first. A lot of times when I deal with a lot of business owners, I find that they don't even need me yet. I'm actually the second to last step before they actually make money. And when it comes back to their back office, because I've worked with business owners left and right since the time I was 17 years old, the problem right there is changing the culture within your business. It's saying that, hey, listen, I understand that we don't have this digital age, but we're going to put the pens and paper away slowly and effectively put CRMs in that place. Get them ready for the digital time so they can go ahead and handle those different types of the program that you want to install. And then you call somebody like me. And then what I will go ahead and do is be able to facilitate sales where your people can actually move through the systems, create funnels, create things of that nature that makes it more flexible. But if they have no idea what I'm even trying to do, a lead comes in and they don't even know how to move it, they don't know how to move it through the system, they don't know how they have to give the follow-up emails, there's only so much I could do, which will eventually make me fail as well. I want you to succeed and I want you to do better, so I always tell somebody, no, I will. I want your business, I want you to do marketing, and I'll look at your business, the whole aspect, and I'll be like, listen, fix your back end first, then call me. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm kind of with his staff. I'm like, why isn't his Facebook and his fax number up there?
Oh, it is. It's code.
I just thought of pieces of a puzzle. I wasn't sure what they were. Who's next?
Anybody?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
But I was gonna say, but you do all the social media stuff.
I do all social media. I do the whole 9 yards. But like I was saying before, and I don't know if I mentioned that not all social media, you need all social media. If your target audience is Facebook, then stay on Facebook. If it's Instagram, stay on Instagram. It always boils down to who is your client. What do you want? How do you see your perfect client? If they walk through your door and that perfect client is what you need to attack every single time, over and over and over again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.